Hello, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. Outsiders consider possibility of chaos in North Korea. North Korea's collapse has been predicted wrongly for decades. North Korea's collapse has been predicted wrongfully for decades. Some said it would happen after fighting ended in the Korean War in 1953. Others thought it would be during a 1990s famine or when the national founder Kim Jong died in 1994, and the death of his son, Kim Jong-un, thrust a little-known 20-something into power in 2011. Some felt the end was near. It's no surprise, then, that recent rumors that leader Kim Jong-un is seriously ill have led to similar hand-wringing. South Korea believed that Kim is alive and in control, and most analysts agree that even if he weren't, Kim's powerful sister, Kim Yong-jong, would likely take control, possibly with the help of select officials. Many experts say North Korea would weather the transaction just as it has every other upheaval. But what if it didn't? Here's a look at how other nations might deal with the catastrophic in North Korea. The United States. If the government in Pyongyang should collapse, a U.S.-South Korea counter-G plan called Plan 5029 would reportedly come into play. The plan is meant to secure the border in North Korea's nuclear weapons if the government can't function or if control of those weapons becomes uncertainty. The biggest U.S. worry is North Korea's nuclear stockpile being used, stolen, or sold. The danger of U.S. mischief during a collapse would be huge. Among the potential problems would be coordinated with South Korea's military at a time when Chinese troops would also likely be operating in the north and funding Yemen's military and humanitarian efforts. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said recently when asked about Kim's health that Washington will continue to pursue complete denuclearization regardless of what transpires inside of North Korea with respect to leadership. China. China is North's main source of aid and diplomat backing and considered political stability in its improving neighbor, crucial to its own security. Although China has agreed to United Nations sanctions over North's weapon program, it's wary of anything that would collapse the economy or unset the ruling party or potentially unleash conflict on its border. A flood of refugees crossing over. China in recent years has reinforced its border defense with the North, but many people living on the Chinese side of the border are exactly Korean increasing fears of instability or even territorially loss if the border was opened. China's biggest concern, however, is thought to be the prospect of America and South Korea troops operating along its border, a worry that prompted China to enter the Korean War 70 years ago. A change in leadership in North Korea, however, would be unlikely to bring about major changes to the relationship, said Liu Cho, a professor at the Leong Academy of Social Sciences in China. South Korea, aside from joint plans with U.S. military, internal South Korea preparations for the North Korea collapse reportedly deal with how to shelter an influx of refugees and how to set up an emergency administrative headquarters in the north. According to leaked U.S. diplomatic cable, then senior South Korean presidential advisor Kim Seong-han told a top U.S. diplomat in 2009 that South Korea's constitution states that North Korea is part of South Korea territory and that some scholars believe that if the North collapses, some type of interim entry will have to be created to provide local governing and control travel of North Korean citizens. When asked recently about the contingence plans, South Korea's unfiction military said it's prepared for all possibilities. One big problem is that unlike China, South Korea can't mobilize the large number of soldiers needed to stabilize North Korea. And that does it for this report right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your afternoon. Goodbye, everyone.